Hello, I'm Jamey Carsel with Werkman Hoofcare. We are here at the shop today and we're going to be putting on some Pathfinder hard surfacing rod on the horseshoes today. And we have our flux here, which is a high temp white flux. It's a pure flux. It doesn't have any granules in it as far as shavings, steel shavings, metal shavings, or anything like that. And this works really well with the alloy that is in this hard surfacing rod. So we're going to put some of this on and show you how that goes. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how we break up this rod whenever we use this in the forge. Some people like to put this on with an acetylene torch. We're going to demonstrate today putting it on in the forge, and I like to break it up in little 3/4 inch chunks, maybe right here in my hardy hole. So I take a hammer, like a brass hammer or a hammer I don't care anything about, and I will put it in my hardy hole and I will break the chunk off, and there you have it. We'll demonstrate that again. There you have it. So I just break off whatever I need for what I'm going to do. My heel pieces, my toe pieces. And we will use these chunks to demonstrate on our shoe what we're going to do. Okay, we have our hard surfacing rod here by Pathfinder. We are going to put it on this shoe in this manner pretty much. First, what we'll do is heat the shoe up to a red temperature, and we will clean the shoe very well. Because preheating the shoe, cleaning the shoe means everything to the flux working correctly, the alloy in the rod working correctly to stick to the shoe ultimately the best it can do. So that's what we're going to do right now, and we'll get our shoe hot, we'll get ready, and we'll show you the process. Okay, we have our shoe here, it's preheated. We're going to give this shoe a nice clean. Make sure we've got it at a nice red heat to where it was just scaling. And we are going to clean it really nice. We're going to take our pure white flux. We're going to sprinkle a little on here. We're going to take our tongs and a piece of our material. And I like to lay the material down flat so it doesn't move very much. You already have the particles. This is flat. So I'll put it on my tongs. I will put it where I want it on my heels. Situate it exactly where I want it. I will come back through with some more of our flux. Coat it really well. Both sides. Liberally. And then we will go back in the fire and we will show you the melting point on this and how I like to spread that out. Okay, what we're doing, we've had our shoe preheated. We've got our material on our shoe. We've got it fluxed up and we're starting to get glossy. We're starting to come to a melting point with this. When this melts, you will see it start to flow into the shoe, as it's starting to do on the left side right now. What we want is the right side to do the same. You see it starting to come to a nice flow. I took the other side and put it out of the fire, but it's still flowing as we speak. Okay, now we're exactly where we need to be. You see how it's flown nicely? Now what we'll do is we'll take it out. We will spread it out if we'd like to a little bit. Nice is to take an old horseshoe and push down on, or an old hammer and push down on the horseshoe. That takes the heat, the anvil taking the heat out and the hammerhead is taking the heat out. Both ways. This takes heat out, this takes heat out. Once it's where you want it, and you give it just a tap in the water, just enough to clean it up. And there we have it. We've decided to heat the toe up. We're going to put our toe pieces in now. We're going to clean the toe area, just like we clean the heel area. We are going to put on some of our high heat pure flux right here. You don't want a whole lot of that on right now. And the reason is because it gets gooey and it'll slide around. So we'll place our material again, flat side down. I try to get it as closely as I possibly can to the center and away from the nail holes, because when this stuff runs and this brass starts flowing, it'll get in these toenail holes. Sometimes you'll have to drill them out. So we'll reapply liberally some of the flux, and we will go back in to our forge and do our toe. Okay, we're just about at our melting point on our toe area in our shoe. We're going to keep a close eye on this, and we're going to watch this melt in and start to run. You notice I put a little bit of fire brick in there to keep everything level. That keeps me from having to hold it with my palms the whole time and burn my hand. Not that I don't like burning my hand, it's just I'd rather not. So you can see it starting to get to the melting point. You can see it starting to flow in nicely into that crease and into that groove. They'll take it out of the fire now. I'll take my Pritchel. I'll clean it up here a little bit. And I will take my hammer. I'm taking heat. Heat is going up into my hammer and out into my anvil. It cools this stuff off a lot quicker. So we're cooled off pretty good. We're getting to a gray heat. I will give it a tap in the water. Cleaned it up. And cool it off. Okay, this is our finished product. We did this in the forge. This was done on a #1 Maverick shoe. This is how I like to do my high temperature welding flux. I just take a Pritchel and I just drive it down the top, and that gives me a nice place to sprinkle it. Like I said, we went through cutting the little pieces off, and this is a nice medium rod. The silver alloy in this sticks to these shoes like you wouldn't believe if you use this flux. So if there's any questions on this, just contact us and we'll try to help you the best we can.